I'm Doug Monds, and I approved this message.
Tell us your name and your city, and describe your legal practice and any areas of the law in which you specialize in.
My name is Doug Monds. I'm a lifelong resident of Detroit. I've been practicing law now for 25 years. If I had to say an area of specialty, it would have to be what I'm doing right now. I am an administrative hearing officer with the City of Detroit Department of Administrative Hearings. A lot of people refer to that as a blight court judge, which means I make decisions on a daily basis. I have cases that come before me based upon tickets written by police officers, DPW environmental inspectors, and building and safety engineering inspectors. I'm also the only attorney authorized in the city of Detroit to hear matters brought by the Business License Center, the business license revocation and renewal denial hearings. And since I've been with the Department of Administrative Hearings, I've heard over 50,000 cases, and I've never been reversed on appeal.
What factor would you consider in deciding what sentence to hand down in a criminal case?
In deciding what sentence to hand down in a criminal case, I would consider the person's past criminal history, the person's probation history, the nature and severity of the offense, the potential danger to the community, any victim impact statements, the person's general attitude and demeanor, and of course, the overall facts of that particular case. Every case is different, and each and every person deserves consideration.
If you observed a party in your courtroom being poorly represented by counsel, how would you address the situation?
If I observed the person being poorly represented in court, what I would first do is have both attorneys come back into my chambers. At that point, I would try to ascertain exactly what the problem was that was creating the poor representation. Now, if the problem happened to be poor preparation, I would entertain a motion for an adjournment and give the attorney who was maybe behind in his work a chance to catch up. And if the matter turned out to be was a lack of experience, what I would do is encourage or even demand that the less experienced attorney find someone to help him out on the case. Then in both situations, I would urge them or remind them of their ethical responsibilities for representation of clients.
Under what circumstances, if any, would you feel obligated to disclose to opposing counsel that a lawyer appearing before you donated to your election campaign?
Canon 7 of the Michigan Code of Judicial Conduct prohibits judicial campaign committees from soliciting more than $100 per lawyer. The $100 contribution has become somewhat standard. In the event an attorney appearing before me had donated more than $100 to my campaign, I would disclose that fact to opposing counsel on the open record. Monds, Doug Monds. And remember, vote Monds, 36.